Hey friends. So it's my birthday today, and I always get like a little weird on my birthday anyway, like emotions and I don't know, self-evaluations. But I woke up this morning and not too long after I was awake, my brain was kind of telling me all of the things that sorry, that's my dog, all of the things that I don't have and all of the things that I haven't accomplished and all of the things that are in the way of those things. And it sucked for a minute. It sucked. And that feeling popped in and out. Like I would come out of it for a little bit and then go back into it, come out of it for a little bit. But it was very uncomfortable and frustrating because I don't have to stay there. I don't have to be there. That's not where I choose to reside. That's not where I choose to stay. But I was very much reminded that sometimes that's where we need to be in order to see what we need to see, in order to learn what we need to learn. It's honestly where most of the growth comes. It's part of the journey. And an issue when you're feeling those feelings is that they're uncomfortable, and so we don't want to be there, so there's resistance. And anytime there's resistance to something, we are removing ourselves from the now moment. The now moment is where all of our power lives. It's where like all of our choice and all of our presence is only in the now. And if we're worried about what has been, we're living in regret or resentment or guilt or shame of the past. And if we're in the future, we're living in anxiety and fear and uncertainty. Both of those give our power away completely. The only place where we are in power, where we embody our power, is here and now in this moment. And if we're resistant to this moment, we will subconsciously be somewhere else. And so then we're not present. Anyway, so I'm having all of these feelings this morning and kind of judging myself. And when I went into the feeling and I just allowed it to happen, I was quickly reminded of several things. My faith has to be greater than my fear. My trust coincides with my faith, right? If I am believing in the power, in the purpose, in the direction, in the path of my life, then there's no room for fear. Like, I'm here on purpose. This is where I'm supposed to be. I am present in this moment, and just focusing on whatever feels right and good towards that place that I've been shown, that I know where I want to be. If you're at an earlier place in your journey, you don't know where you want to be, that starts with self-discovery. Like, that's self-discovery. Start tapping in, start getting curious about yourself and who you are and why you are the way you are and what beliefs you have that are holding you back. Like, you've got to evaluate that shit to release it and get rid of it and overcome those limitations. I was reminded that I need to be in faith, in trust, with an open heart, and allowing myself to be guided, and allowing myself to have fun, and allowing myself to surrender, right? I was realizing that I am afraid of losing something that I don't have. Like, if you're afraid of losing something, especially if you don't have it, then you're not going to be present. At every moment, we are supposed to be in our bodies, in this moment, making conscious choices, being in the observation, observing what's happening, not attaching meaning, labels, and our past experiences to things that are coming up. When we do, it's okay that happens sometimes, but that's not your higher self, that's your ego. I was also reminded about how I am a multidimensional being. At different times throughout my journey, I have felt like my ego and my higher self, and I didn't always use those terms, but like my lower self and my higher self, there would be a dissonance, and it was almost like a fight within me between these two, between like my instinctual, humanistic ego instinct and my higher knowing of where I'm meant to be and what I'm meant to be doing and how I'm meant to be living. And there's been a tug of war for control of my consciousness. I was reminded that when I'm feeling like there is that dissonance, it's because I am a multi-dimensional being. When I say that, I mean there's an inner child, there's an inner teenager, there are alternate lives, alternate versions, aspects of myself. There is the ego, there is the higher self. It's like there are so many different layers to who we are and how we function energetically. All of these are active currently energetically within our energetic body. So sometimes it does feel like that, and we do have stuff that will come up for healing, that will come up for deeper understanding, that will come up for processing and releasing. And the more resistant we are in those moments, the more that we're judging how we're feeling. Why am I feeling like this? What is this? What does this mean about me? I shouldn't feel that way. Or, any of the many ways that we judge ourselves. I'm being sensitive. I'm being whatever it is that you label it as. Like, as soon as you're labeling it, you're judging it, and that is resistance. And you can't process and release these things if you are in resistance to them. You must be willing to become present in the moment and to self-soothe, to literally love yourself through these things that come up. Love yourself through the emotions, through the reasons for why you are the way you are, and start to embrace the possibility that I don't have to be that way. Like, I can see why I have been that way, and now I'm ready to be a new way, and then start practicing the new way. And so if you don't believe that something's possible for you, you're not even going to try it, right? So just start with maybe the tiny belief that there's another way, there's a better way, there's a lighter, brighter, more loving, free way for you to live your life. Oh, there was something else, but I ramble and then I forget what all the things I wanted to say. So yeah, I was kind of in this place where, like, I cried a lot. I did some releasing today. But in this place where all of these things were coming up for me, and I'm just really being reminded that I get to choose where I spend my energy. And if my energy is being spent on anything that has happened previously, or that might or might not happen in the future, then my energy is being spent, it's being wasted. It's being spent poorly. It's not being productive. If I am in the moment now and I've released what has been and I trust whatever will be, then I'm able to be present and light and at peace and free. I'm not being influenced by what I have had beliefs about, and I'm not being determined by what might or might not go right in the future. So my message today is, I get it. Trust the process. You are exactly where you were meant to be. You are safe. You are supported in doing this work. All of the healing work that you are doing for yourself reverberates through the collective. It is worth it. It heals your lineage. It heals you. It heals your close people. It heals your children. It reverberates throughout the collective. And that is the work that we are here to do, to love. So I hope that my share was helpful for someone. I know I'm rambling. I know. I love you. I hope that you have a happy day. Bye.